give me your big picture thoughts on the future of like music promo, and then also that I want like big picture music promo thoughts, and then I want like SubmitHub specific thoughts.
Big picture, it continues to become more and more difficult to get any sort of traction as an artist. I think big picture, you'll probably start to see more and more people shifting away from the emphasis on Spotify as a way to break out. So a couple of years ago, that was it. That was the be all and end all. You really wanted Spotify players and Spotify editorial stuff. And I think you see more and more people realizing that it's temporary. Just have to keep going and going. Like you have to have a new song every month and push it over and over and over. And then you sit back and you wonder where the money is and whether the investment was worth it and what the heck was the point of Spotify. And I think you'll probably see, or at least what I would encourage and do encourage most artists to do, is to think about really what it is that you want as an artist. Do you want local, do you want recognition? Do you want like people to actually show up at your shows, enjoy your music, interact with you and respond? If so, pushing yourself locally in a live setting is going to be way more rewarding and probably easier than trying to get any traction on Spotify, because that Spotify, like it's you can either be a little fish in a little pond or a really friggin' tiny fish in the world pond. And Spotify is that. So, picking up 1,000 listeners on Spotify isn't actually going to help you book a show necessarily. Well, it might help you book a show, right? From a vanity
but it won't help people
standpoint.
turn out. It won't help people turn out.
That's the problem. And so for me, I think it's very much so this idea of having multiple eggs in your basket and trying to tackle it from all those different angles. So when people ask me for a case study of like SubmitHub successes, name artists who've made it through SubmitHub, the answer is I don't have any, and I'm not going to pull together one of those studies because it's disingenuous. No matter how much traction you get on SubmitHub, that cannot be the only factor in your success. You have to be an incredible artist, and then you have to be able to turn that like little snowball effect into a massive boulder going down the hill, and that's not going to be SubmitHub by itself, right?
I love that approach, Jason. That's like the opposite of a marketing mindset. It's so great. Like so many people would be like, I'm going to claim all of like Billie Eilish's success to like the blog I wrote about her in 2015, and that my blog broke Billie Eilish. But it's like there's so much that goes into an artist, really, that you can't attribute it to any one thing.
No, I mean, I think one of my favorite bands today is a band called Men I Trust from Montreal, and they make sort of lo-fi rock. They pushed very hard in the early days of SubmitHub, and they were consistently at the top of the popular chart. All the blogs were like drooling over them, and they had something like a 40 or 50% acceptance rate on SubmitHub, which is crazy high. I can't say that their success was because of SubmitHub. It just happened to be the platform that they started marketing on first. Their success was because they were a really good band with relatable content and an interesting story and just a good aesthetic. And then as soon as like the cat was out of the bag, then it just took off across everywhere.